Hey guys, it's me. I'm just gonna make this quick video because I was having an onboarding session with a client last week, and when I helped her understand the difference between advertising on like Google and places like that, right, and advertising on Facebook, I literally saw a light bulb go off above her head. Like it was an aha moment, knocked down all sorts of things for her, and just completely changed the way that things are going for her. So basically, it's like this. Like we spoke about like two buckets, right? So like there's the bucket where we're on Google, right? So like, oh my God, like this tree just fell through my freaking roof. Holy crap! I have an emergency. I need my problem solved now. So we go onto Google and we're searching to try and find somebody to come and fix our roof, right? Um, and that's the thing is that like a lot of times, people are on Google with the intent of trying to find something. That is their intent, right? And just kind of sticking with this is like, let's say that you're somebody who's in the market to join like a gym, right? Somebody who's on the market to join a gym, like they're gonna see something and it might be like 10% off to join the gym, right? That's not very appealing, right? And the other thing is like and this is what happens all the time is like business owners, what they try and do is they try and take a campaign that they feel is working on Google and move it over to like social media. And that's the problem is that the strategy that's behind, Google searching something is completely different than the strategy that needs to happen on social media. Because like I said, the intent is two completely different things, right? So on this side, in this bucket, right, which is like social media, here's the way that it works is like, when we're on social media, what are we actually doing? Like, we're just trying to connect with our friends, see how everybody's doing, stuff like that, right? So literally, we're on Facebook, right? And it's like, oh my God, there's that cute cat video, right? And like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see that my aunt is recovering better and whatnot. Oh my gosh, look, it's Lisa's birthday. Oh, I better send her a happy birthday shout out. Stuff like that. And that's what I'm saying. We're just kind of on our life's journey. We don't go to Facebook with the intent of like, holy crap, my something just fell through my roof and I need to solve this problem now. No. So that's the reason why a lot of times with business owners, when they try and take a campaign that's working on Google and then move it over to other social media channels, it just bombs, it just like just blows up. And then they literally say like, no, Facebook doesn't work. But that's the thing is that when I explain to her that the intent are two different things and the way that you need the strategy are two different strategies, literally she was like, holy crap, I get this, right? So she was asking me like, hey, like how like she was asking me like how do you understand, right? How do you understand, what to say? Okay, like what is the offer that you need to make, right? And then how do you say it in a way where it's going to, get people's attention when they're on Facebook? And that's the thing is like how do you know how to do that in different industries, whether it's, for a gym, for a roofer, for a real estate client, for a dentist, a chiropractor, any kind of local business? How do you figure that out? And I answered her, customer research. Okay, customer research. These are things that all the big businesses do. Uber, Apple, all these big giant businesses, this is what they do. Think about, the PC and Apple campaign, the whole thing about like, PC versus Apple. It was the same thing. Literally, wait, let me stick to this, right? So that's the thing. It's like, no, I'm not an expert at advertising for like gyms, right? But the way that you figure out how to advertise to people who are looking to join a new gym is by literally asking them the questions, right? So really briefly, right? So there's seven steps to a high performing digital marketing campaign. And the very first step, which a lot of people skip, is the customer research. The customer research, we're literally asking them like, hey, what are your needs, wants, fears, goals, and desires when it comes to X, when it comes to joining this gym? And we're literally finding out like, what have you tried and what did you hate about that thing, right? And what we're doing from there is, we're figuring out like, what is the problem we need to solve? Because here's the thing about people is like, we all think that we know what we want, but like, we all want like a really nice car and like, really big house and all this great stuff. but it's like we don't really know how to convey that well. We don't know how to translate that and communicate that in a way where that people actually understand what you really want, right? So, but what people are really good at, right, is telling you what they don't like and what they didn't like about this and what they tried and what they hated about that. They're really good at telling you about their problems. Because again, like, you know, when it comes to like people, right? Like from an advertising standpoint, people don't care about how awesome your business is, how awesome you are, how many years you've been in service, you know, how many people you've served. All that stuff is great, and sure, they want to kind of know that after the fact. But what they really want to know is, can you solve this problem that I have? I heard this story. I don't remember where it's from. I think it's from a book I read from Russell Brunson. Literally, he gave this analogy. He was like, you know, if you've been suffering from this problem for like years, right? And you've tried everything to try and solve this problem. You've been to every specialist, you've been to every expert, and nothing is working. Let's say one day you're standing on the street and somebody who comes up to you, you know, they might be, you know, homeless or whatever, but they literally say to you, they're like, hey, are you dealing with the pain where, you know, it starts in your hand and it's all tingly, and then it hits your elbow and it just stays there and there's like the shooting pain, and then it hits you in the shoulder and then it like kind of goes numb? Like immediately you're going to pay attention to whatever that person's been saying. You're going to stop doing everything that you're doing, and you're probably going to pull your wallet out and try and give this person money because they know what you're going through and they know how to solve that problem, right? So that's the thing, is like people are really good at describing their problems. So that's the things that we need to talk about. We need to talk about their problems, what they've tried, what they've hated, their needs, wants, fears, and goals and desires around your product and service or their problems. So that's what we do. The very first step is the customer research. And from there, we're literally finding out like the exact language and verbiage like around how they describe their problems. Because what we have to understand about people is like, we're either like moving toward pleasure or moving away from pain. And a lot of times, like, we don't actually take action until we're sick and tired of something, right? Like, we don't join the gym until we're sick and tired of being overweight, right? We don't go and call the chiropractor until we're sick and tired of dealing with this low back pain, right? I hope this is making sense, right? So that's the thing, is that with the customer research, we're literally asking them, hey, what have you tried? What was your struggle with this thing? And then literally taking their language and crafting the campaign from that. And not only that, it opens your eyes to what we like to call business blind spots. The only way that you're able to find these types of things out is by asking your current customers, your target customers, potential customers, just asking people. And actually where I learned this is from somebody, it's from a book called Ask. It's by Ryan Levesque. If you're a business owner and you're trying to get more clients, that's a book that you need to read. Read it. It will make you money. All right. Or don't read it if you don't want money. Right. No. So literally we're asking them so that we can craft the campaign in a way that it's speaking to them and they know that, hey, this is for me. Right. The other thing is too, like, if you're wondering like, hey, how do I go about doing this? It's very simple. You literally just run an ad and you're literally saying like, hey, what is the thing that you've done? What is your number one block when it comes? What is your number one fear? What is your number one obstacle? What is your number one goal when it comes to joining a gym? Right. This example right here. That's actually from a client of mine that's based in the UK. It's a furniture business. Right. But just kind of sticking with like the gym, because like that's what I know. Right. Is like this is the same thing. This is what we did to literally take our gym from like 30 clients all the way up to like 100 plus clients. Was we were literally asking our clients, okay, like, what have you tried? What gyms have you gone to? And, you know, what did you hate about them, right? And that was the thing, is that through that research and of our current customers, past customers and stuff like that, we started, that's the way that we started crafting our ads, right? And here's just like, here's an example of like what that may look like as far as like asking people questions and getting people answers. Like this was actually a really successful customer research campaign that we ran for our furniture client. We actually ended up getting over 40 responses to this thing. campaign is running smoothly, making money, right? So that was the thing is like, just to get back to the gym thing, is we literally asked them, what did you hate, right? What did you hate about the stuff that you tried before? And they told us, you know, we would go there, okay? The coaches were not nice, okay? Sometimes degrading, sometimes yelling at me, right? They weren't really informative about things. Like they're telling me what to do, but they're not really telling me why. Some people want to know why. Like, why am I supposed to squeeze this? Why should I squat like this? Why? Why should I do this? On top of that, the workouts took forever, right? I left, I would finish the workout and I feel like I have no energy whatsoever. I'd literally have to lay on the ground for like 15 minutes before I could get back up if I didn't throw up somewhere, right? Like, and then on top of that, it's like, they're telling me in order for me to lose weight, I need to basically starve myself and eat like a bird, and I'm not allowed to eat any of the foods that I really like. It's like, dang, I wouldn't want to go to that gym either, right? So that's what we did. We literally took all of those things that they didn't like and said, awesome, okay? And that's the way that we started talking to people in our stuff. It's literally like sick and tired. Are you sick and tired of going to gyms that when you show up there, right, the class time isn't convenient to you, okay? The trainers are somewhat degrading and just kind of yelling at you. The workouts leave you feeling sluggish and almost hurt at the end of it. And the meal plan program involves counting points and, you know, you can't eat anything you like, and it's very caloric restrictive. You know what I'm saying? And literally that's what took our gym from like not as many clients as we needed to plenty of clients. And that's the thing is that when you know, okay, when you know the problem that your prospect has, okay, all you've got to do is figure out how to position your product or service in a way that solves that problem. So just kind of going back to this whole thing is that, you know, on Google, the intent is completely different. Oh my God, here's an emergency. I need to buy this now, right? As opposed to on Facebook, people don't go to Facebook with an emergency, with a problem that they need solved. It's two different things. So like, just kind of talking about that, like, is that we need to understand that if we want to get people to pay attention to us is not talking about how great we are, but talking about their problems. So again, I just wanted to make this quick video just to kind of help people understand, like, you know, how to go about creating, you know, sorry, my Mac's about to die. How to go about creating campaigns that actually work. And from there, like after you do this customer research, what you do is you put together what we like to call a high performing Facebook ad that literally that's one of the things, that's one of the 6 psychological triggers, is talking about the sick and tired, talking about the prospect's problems. So I hope this makes sense. If you have any type of questions, please feel free to comment below or reach out to me. Have a good day.